Hey guys, Ryan here, and today we're loading in at the Iowa Speedway for the Iowa 140 here, presented by 2J Constructions in the Fire Cup Series. It's elimination. It's the elimination race, and here we go. Getting ready, and we've got 6 drivers here tonight. A lot of them really trying hard. There's a lot at stake tonight for a lot of these guys. Say Gull trying to hold on to his playoff spot. The 73 of Sleevey, qualified second, gonna be trying to steal it away all night long. And with 6 drivers, if we have a lag out early on, that will make it safer and safer for Gull. And we did have a connection issue in qualifying. And looks like we got some handling issues from most of the field. The 08 and the 73 though, definitely racing hard here. Qualified second and third, and definitely racing it hard tonight. And looks like, yeah, that's going to be a little bit of a pile-up that will probably result in the caution flag at the line, but we're going to have to see. And I would have expected the 82 to really try and drive it if he was actually, no, he actually might have played it smart by getting the inside lane here. So here we go. First caution flag of the night. Fuel window tonight's going to be about 37 to 41 laps. Actually, real quickly, let me get the pole winner put in. Actually, I'll just take the pole winner part out because, once again, I forgot to do that. If anything on my computer will decide to actually respond. Oh, that could be why. Here's at a very high, is very high on usage right now. No, I'll just leave the pole winner thing in there blank. Hopefully you guys don't mind that too much. So here we go. Everybody's in, and okay. JP? I didn't say you had to change your whole paint scheme. I just said take the green out. And then you show up with a yellow car. What? I mean, I'm not saying it looks bad, but I thought I was just going to change the... I was talking about just change the green to, like, black or something with his other paint scheme. It will look perfectly fine. So here we go. Looks like everybody's kind of getting up, gathered here, and let's get this one back down to the green flag, and they're back underway. Fire Cup Series playoff elimination night. This will set the championship 4, and Sleevey's gonna try and put himself in position to be one of the 4. Gull, with his win last week, gonna try and secure his spot here, and essentially, if the 73 and 18, if neither one of them are able to win, Gull locks his spot in. If anyone but those guys wins, if either Sleevey or JP win, the other one is completely eliminated from any shot of getting in. Doesn't matter who it is, the other one cannot advance if they don't have that win. So we got 2 guys in a must win, and they also have to have Gull run worse than, well, where he is, and would have to have him run worse than he's run most of the season. But yeah, as a championship 4 though, if I had to make my picks, I would say probably Gull, because I don't think he's gonna finish worse. All Gull has to do is essentially run top 5 all night long, and he might need to get 4th if Sleevey gets up to the lead. But if JP's leading, top 5 is more than enough for Gull. Now, I don't know if it's just me that seeing Sleevy's lag there, or if that's actually Sleevy lagging, but could definitely see that being an issue here later on. But right now we got Pulp in the 82, the 10 of Gull, and the 73 of Sleevy, all kind of right in together. Gull was your pole winner this week. After winning the race last week, he backed it up with a pole position, so definitely showing he's not slowing down. Definitely is going to be a fun night, though. Iowa, it's a pretty good short track. I'd say it's pretty close up there with Iowa or not Iowa. It's pretty close to Richmond, which is, as some people may or may not know, my best track, or not my best track, but my favorite track on the entire thing. So, it's my favorite track, and this track races a little bit like Richmond, but most importantly, it's a pretty good short track, and I expect we're going to have pretty good racing throughout the entire race. Let's see what's going to happen here. Field definitely did get strung out, and that's actually probably a pretty good thing for the long run here in this race early on. I say, it helps that the 18 is nowhere near anybody, probably, because he is definitely known for some incidents. I'm going to say, Warrior also started from the tail end of the field, but I expect he's probably going to be in just from the fact that he was 11 points up coming into this race. So he would need Gull to finish ahead of him. He would need like the perfect storm for Warrior to end up eliminated, because Gull would have to finish a point ahead of him in this race, and he would need Sleevy to win the race. Like, that is literally the only mathematical way that Warrior ends up eliminated from this race. Or not eliminated from this race, but eliminated from this playoff / championship fight. Next week it will be a championship on the line, though, in Michigan. I'm definitely excited, but of course we still got a lot of miles ahead here. Right now, here we go. Here's two that have definitely been the story of a bit of controversy throughout the playoffs. And even going into the playoffs, we had the incident between these two at Darlington several weeks ago, racing for the win. In the end, neither one of them ended up getting the win, kind of because of the whole controversy where JP got into the 73. And then that sprung on a streak where the two of them made a lot of contact over the next several weeks. And we don't actually know, first off, what JP is even thinking he's doing. Okay, good. To be honest, I commend Sleevy there for that move. Going down low, just trying to avoid whatever JP's going to do. Oh, gets into JP a little bit. I guarantee JP is going to be complaining about that one, even though Sleevy, I don't think, did anything wrong there, and Sleevy's your new race leader. Oh! And the 18 turns the 73. Are you kidding me? Did JP really do that? Did I really just see that, JP? I mean, that definitely is 2 cars involved, so I would expect that to be a caution flag, and I'd expect to see the field kind of slow it down and collect up here. And here we go, everybody kind of coming into the pits. Actually, a couple guys way up there ahead. Actually, Warrior might have been on the lead lap and actually been the race leader by a good margin. I didn't even see him up there, but he might have been the race leader, actually, from the fact that he's all the way up there. And say, at the very least, he's going to win the race off pit road, and I guess we'll see how he lines up here. So here we go. So it looks like 3 and 73 will be your front row. So the 3 is actually the race leader right now. Looking for, I believe, his 4th win on the season. So that would be an impressive number to kind of put up going into the championship race. If you can put up that 1 more win and kind of get the momentum as you're heading into the championship race. Granted, I don't think Gull's ever lost his momentum. I mean, Gull has not finished worse than 7th all season. I mean, that is an impressive stat across 19, I think 19 starts at this point on the record book. Looks like 73 might have gotten a little bit of a jump on the restart there. Or not like an illegal jump, just got a really good restart there, sorry. My misspeak there. And I thought he was actually going to be able to clear the 3 because of it, but now you've got the 10 in the wall. Oh, goes down into the 18. That's going to pile up the rest of the field. I think only the 10 ended up spun, though, from it. The 18 definitely slid through the grass, though. And I definitely think that will be, I guess we'll have to wait and see. Is that going to end up being a caution at the line, or are they going to leave it as all good and going? No, it looks like they are going to slow it down. Possibly, yep. Yeah, they're definitely well off the pace. So they've slowed it down, yep, once again here, early on in the race. Everybody kind of getting grouped up. Looks like Gull might have been the only one coming down pit road. Was pit road open that time? Because it seems like Gull was the only one that knew it was open, or at least the only one interested in fresh rubber, which we've seen be a massive advantage before, especially with some of these guys like Chiller, who was actually able to win Darlington on fresh tires over the 73 and 18 when they made that contact at Darlington a few weeks ago. I just wish I knew what on earth the 18 did to the 73 there. Here we go, the 3 trying to get the field back up to speed after waiting up to try and get Gull up in the pack. Gull is still not up in the pack, but they're going to go racing. And here comes Gull now to the start finish line. Now he is coming to it, with a lot more of a head of steam than anybody else in the field. It looks like they might have waved it off, actually. You haven't seen how far behind Gull was. I think some of them might not have seen how far back Gull was and just kind of went. Think that, yeah, he's going to be coming with a head of steam, and then realized, wow, he really is pretty far back. But either way, in the end, the result is the same. They called it off, and they are going to go now. Green flag is out of the line. Got the 73 kind of, contact with the 08 kind of sends the 08 into the wall. Now you got the 73 and the 18 kind of making a lot more contact. And the 83, the 70 or 82 into the 73. That's gonna send the 73 into the wall. Another car around on the front stretch, I think. No, never mind. I thought Gull ended up collected in that, and I know he did end up sliding, but it looks like he actually saved it pretty well. Now let's see, is JP gonna be able to hold on to his spot? Now it looks like Pulp might have actually beat him out for it. Maybe JP let him beat him out for it, because that means JP gets to restart on the inside line. Not necessarily what I would say is the preferred lane to restart in, but hey, maybe it's where he wants to restart. And it certainly is better than letting the other driver decide where you restart, potentially, if you're on the inside or if you're on the front row. Because, yeah, of course, when you're doing a manual restart like what we do, you do get to really choose your lane, inside or outside, which one you want, based upon, of course, how the lanes have done on the restarts so far. But I'd be curious to see what JP's going to do here, because it looks like they actually did not throw the caution flag, and oh boy. Contact again. A lot of pretty heavy contact there from the 18 to the 82. I have no idea what to expect here, and JP makes a little bit of contact with Gull. Gull goes down the inside. Gull on the, not Gull, JP on the apron, trying to get underneath Pulp there. Pulp in the 82. And it looks like they actually ran out to the end of the stage. So that might have been why they didn't throw the caution there when they did. So it looks like stage 1 is actually over already. So first 34 laps are over. And Warriors, you're pretty dominant stage 1 winner. And this is kind of what we've seen on the other short tracks. I mean, other short tracks has been essentially the big three at the front. It's been Warrior, it's been Dodge, and it's been Chiller. Dodge unable to be here for personal reasons, but the other two have run pretty well, and Warrior absolutely dominating tonight so far. And here we go, getting ready to roll here, and stage 2 begins. Once again, short stages, short race here, to be honest. 112 laps total for the race lane. Not very long, 34 laps. I mean, that is a blink and you'll miss it type of moment. I'm saying, right now, I think, to be honest, Warrior and Gull, I don't know how much these two really care which one of them finishes in front of the other. So as long as they're both running 1-2, they're in zero threat of losing their playoff spots. It's only if the 73 is up there and they both drop to last and second to last on the grid. That Warrior would really need to panic. So right now though, that 3 still leads to 10. The 10 also not. The 10's not a bad short track racer by any stretch of the imagination. He's actually a pretty good short track guy. Usually pretty good when it comes to braking zones, hence why he's actually a pretty good road ringer as well. Typically kind of the two things we see of him, and he's got the momentum from last week's win. That's Gull. So you got Phil Gull in the number 10, and you got Warrior the number 3. So 73 looks to just kind of be in his own groove in the middle of nowhere. Let's say the 08 trying to work his way around that. That number 82, and never mind, the 73 isn't really in nowhere. He's just kind of behind a lot of the other kind of important drivers. But he's definitely not nowhere. He's just really far behind and really far ahead of any other groups that are right there. Let's see what we got. So right now, Warrior's still able to hold on to that lead. And in theory, you'd think if they all pit at the end of the stage, that Warrior or pretty much any of these guys should be able to make the stages on fuel. I mean, unlike most tracks, the short tracks you can typically make the stages on the fuel that you've got. So 34 laps, definitely makeable in that fuel tank of 37 to 41 laps. And the one thing I will say about the tire wear is that tires aren't going to last forever. Tires are definitely temporary, and you should definitely treat them as such. Because once those tires go away, your lap times are going to fall off quite a bit, but that's if you actually get to that point. Let's say right now, actually, you know what? Let's try on board with the Warrior and just kind of see the lane he uses. So here we go, coming to the green flag, right against the wall, or coming to the flag stand. Then goes low into turn 1, right around that yellow line. Moves about a half lane up and kind of goes out towards the wall on the exit of the turn. Then in turns 3 and 4, kind of save about a half lane off the bottom, not right on that yellow line, about a half lane up, and then comes off the corner, once again right against the, kind of push it out towards the wall. I mean, that is a flawless lap around here. I mean, I know that there's always the debate about like how, oh, you can run different lines, and you can definitely run different lines and make it work here. But right now, that is by far the best lane I've seen from anybody so far, of being able to first off hold a steady line like that, and in general actually being able to execute a line that you thought of. Okay, so I say not much really to talk about when they all spread out, but I say it will probably be a pretty easy stage win here for Warrior, just kind of from the looks of it. Okay. There really is not a whole lot of anything going on, but as I guess quick chance to just kind of talk again about the championship match. Next next Tuesday evening, 9 o'clock Eastern. If you guys are interested, I'll try and do a little bit of a pre-race with the Championship 4 prior to the race for you guys. So any of you guys that enjoy kind of pre-race shows, I'll try and do a little something with them. I don't know what I'll be able to do, but I'm going to try and do something with them, as this is going to be a championship fight. And oh, Warrior! Rare mistake. That's going to be a big one, though. Warrior hits the wall, though. He'd taken off from the rest of the field at that point. Yeah, so right now that 10, he's actually closed in quite a bit thanks to that crash, or that slide, I mean, not necessarily a wreck, from that number 3 car. And the 73's around. Uh-oh, that could potentially be an issue. Let's see, the 18 gets by all right. Uh-oh. Here we go. 73 and 18. Kind of talked lightly about these guys as well. These two definitely not friends right now. I mean, I hate saying it, but I mean, this track, they've definitely done a great job of getting spread out and not having an incident. Problem is that it also leaves not a whole lot to talk about, as we know that the caution flag will be coming out at the end of lap 68. We know that the caution flag will be coming out, and that then the field will be frozen once again, and we will see them go back for another round of both pit stops, and potentially we could see, actually the leaders are already to lap traffic. I was about to say, and we could see the leader potentially have trouble getting on and off pit road, which could lead to the 3 losing some of the ground he's gained, but he's already lapping the field. Which laps are hard to get back without without a caution, because I mean you'd have to drive around the entire track before the other drivers. Let's see. It looks like some of them might have started to slow down for a caution flag, which would be a little interesting. Let's see, anyone wrecked? I don't see any race cars wrecked either, so. Here we go. Everybody coming on to pit road. And once again, I mean so we did get the caution flag that will end up bunching this field back up together. It won't be a long run to the, and into this stage. It will be a short run. So right now, as everybody lines up here to get ready for this one, it's going to be the 3 and the 10 on the front row. The 18 going to be looking from behind, going to try and take that spot as early as he can. Let's see. Looks like the 3 car once again kind of just took off, and not much competition or challenge for that number 3. It doesn't seem like there's been much of that all throughout tonight. I mean, there's been just virtually no real competition or challenge up front for that race lead. I mean, on every restart, the 3 has been able to get away and kind of sail off to the stage win or to the next caution flag period without much trouble. Now that 18, or not that 18, the 3 and the 10 kind of commanding the front of the field. Definitely still a very real threat, though. You got to watch out. That 10, he was able to go up there and snag the victory last week. And, uh-oh, JP there in 3rd, and it looks like the caution flag has come out. Is that for the end of the stage, or is that for... Yeah, it looks like it was for the end of the stage. So, Warrior, your stage 2 winner. Once again, 0 points for the stages. We don't award points for stage wins. We only award them at the end of the race. So, Warrior's proven he can do it twice now. He's collected 2 checkered flags. Now he's got to go after the important one, the race. So, here we go. Warrior and Gull trying to keep themselves in this championship fight. JP and Sleevey trying to absolutely bump their way in on the skin of their teeth. As much as teeth actually don't have skin. But you guys get the joke, hopefully. Green flag is out, and we're back to racing here in the final stage. 72 laps to go. Probably closer to 70 because the game likes to take off some of them under caution. And there we go, the 70, or the, not 70, the 3 and the 10 Once again, right out front, that's a 1-2 combo there. 3's just been so good at getting right off the gate, right into position to command the lead of the race. So yeah, right now though, this 3 car, he's gonna try and run away from the field. Looks like the 10's kind of gotten shoveled back a couple positions. The 08 actually trying to get his mark made here. And he's gonna try and get up there and show the 3 who's the boss. And right now the top 3, those are gonna be 3 or 4, probably racing for a championship, assuming nothing wacky happens in this final stage. Hey Bones App, how's it going? Yeah, so right now though, the 3 guys running 1, 2, 3 right now are going to be 3 or 4 racing for the championship, unless something absolutely completely nutty happens here, you know, in the final stage, which is entirely possible. But I would say on the unlikely side of things that could happen. But I've seen nuttier. Right now, that 08 just kind of rim riding there. Looks like he might have tried to find, because I know he was fighting a problem in 3. Looks like in 3 and 4 in particular. Looks like he might have tried to find the solution in riding that outside wall. And he's gotten to the outside now, the 3. Let's say that 08, he's really trying everything he can. Ah, nice. Yeah, right now this battle for the race lead. It really is. This is really kind of some old school style racing here, to be honest. Because with the way that the field is right now, there's no championship implications. This is just 2 guys going into a corner at a short track, and both looking for that one thing and one thing only, that checkered flag. That's what these 2 guys both looking for. I say, and neither one really gonna eliminate the other one from a championship hope here. Though the 08, first car other than the 3, I believe, to lead much at all tonight. Oh, and the 08 makes contact with it with the outside wall, and completely wipes out the 18. And that will take the 18 and the 08 to the back of the field probably after that, as the caution flag will collect up the field. Quarantine Cup. No, not Quarantine Cup. They actually started well before this whole quarantine all started. I think the first race was run back in like September or October. So yeah. Definitely has been being run since well before the quarantine all started up. Here we go. The 3 car leads them onto pit road. Looks like the 08 might have gotten a little over ambitious, but now we've got 3 cars coming in, nose to tail, nose to tail. All the 8 and the 3 need to do is maintain being inside the top 5, and they should, in theory, be good. So in all real likely scenarios, I say the only real point scenario I see potentially happening would be if Gull were to either have a late race incident or lag out at any point here, and the 73 would also need to win the race in that scenario. And then that would put the 10, last week's race winner, out of the playoffs, and that would put these 73 in the championship 4 for next week. There is no scenario for the 82, as he is not a playoff contender. And the 18, he would need to win, again, kind of the same thing. He would need to win the race, and he would need Gull to finish dead last in the field tonight. Regardless of what circumstance that is under, whether that's Gull's connection giving out on him, or whether that's through an incident late in the race, potentially taking him out of it. Here we go, back to the green flag. And let's see, is someone other than the 3 car going to be able to challenge? Looks like the 10 going to try and make him a real challenge for it. Going to lead into 3. The 3 going to actually get to the back bumper rather than going around the outside. Kind of just pushes him through the corner. And now the 3 now has that inside line though. And to be honest, I don't really know which one's the better lane. I actually use the outside lane, I feel like, more on the exits of the corners. And I feel like if you can just maintain holding that outside lane, you're probably going to be better off the corners. Unless the leader does that and just kind of puts you in the wall. Now, I don't think that's going to happen as much, but it certainly is something to worry about. So here we go. Now we've got the 3 car out front. Once again, as he's done a couple of times already tonight. I'm going to say it. Now we got the 73 kind of having, looks like he might be having a few connection issues. Just kind of watching his car kind of jump around the place. I'm going to say, he and the 18 also have a bit of a troubled past. Troubled recent past here. Now the 18 trying to go around the 82. Say that 82 could play a very big role in the championship, despite not being a championship car. But that right there, a single car spin for the number 18, is going to be another big blow there to the 18's hopes of actually making it to the championship race. Now the 08 really doesn't need to perform to make it. He's essentially locked in, I believe, being 16 points above. And with the grid size we've got today, I mean, there's very little chance, if any. I don't think there's any scenario where he could lose all those points to Sleepy without someone like Gull or Warrior taking the hit and actually being the one on the outside looking in. So I believe the 08 is a lock for the championship. I think we can pretty much say that now. He is locked up for the championship. He will be one of the 4 racing for the championship. I think, barring anything insane happening, I think the 3 is also a lock. And then you've got Gull. Gull needs to finish top 5, and he needs the 73 to not win the race. Now, of course, Gull was able to get that win a week ago, so maybe he can go out there and just get the win and ensure that Sleepy's not going to be able to get it by winning it himself. That would very solidly confirm that he should be one of the 4 competing for a championship. Because currently everybody in that top 4 has a win so far this season, and Gull's the only one with only 1 win. The other guys have 3, 5, and 8 respectively for Warrior, Chiller, and Dodge Dakota. Of course, really unfortunate Dodge Dakota couldn't be here tonight due to personal reasons, but he will be back next week, I believe, for the championship fight at Michigan International Speedway. Then we've got Warrior, who's, I'm pretty sure that's supposed to be kind of an emulation of the same silver bullet, or not silver bullet, but same silver kind of Dale Earnhardt paint scheme that Dale Earnhardt ran in. Which All-Star race was that? I know Austin Dillon did a throwback to it in like 2018, I think it was, when Dillon did the throwback to that one. Might have been, yeah, I think it was 2018, because 2017 they did the lots of blue and yellow cars. which was confusing enough as is. So right now though, 3 and a lot of these guys are just kind of minding their gaps. I mean, 73 really trying to reel in the front 2, but not really close enough to make much of actual matter. The 08 not really needing the points, and the 18 not really being in a position to even, I mean, he would need an absolute perfect storm as well to kind of get himself in. I mean, he has been, how do I say this without being too mean? He's been average for the 18. He's had his dark moments, and oh wow, not really sure what caused the 08 to spin there. You know, just kind of watching on replay, see if I can find out what caused the spin there. I have no idea. He just spun in the middle of the track with no real warning sign behind it. Oh, and now he goes down to the apron again and slides it. I got no idea. Maybe he blew a tire? No, because he wouldn't be able to go that straight with a blown tire. And now he's going through the grass. Oh, and he spins it out again. I mean, he very easily could be just kind of trying to help Warrior advance, because with this struggle for the 08, assuming he finishes right about here, yeah, I think he might have actually blown a tire just from how much trouble he's having with controlling the car. I didn't initially think he'd be able to get up to as much speed as he had earlier with the blown tire. I don't know. It's just hard to imagine someone actually going that fast with a blown tire. And there he goes, sliding through the grass again. Another major issue for the 08. I mean, the 08 really now, I mean, he's going to have to rest on the fact that he's got all those points. A lot of points going in. Doesn't really matter. No, won't matter next week. No, it won't give him any kind of points edge. And oh, looks like the 10 and the 73 might have gotten tangled up as well. Bringing out the caution flag at the line, I believe. And so we're gonna have to see the cars racing back to the line first. And actually, that ironically puts the 18 a lap down, and that will put the 18 in the free pass position. So the 08 won't even be able to use the free pass for those laps back due to the wrecks. And yeah, it looks like the 3 has slowed it down. So we're going to see the 18 go rocketing on around to go to get his lap back. 3 in the 73. Running 1-2. Let's say right now, the way they're running, Gull has got to be careful, because he knows that if that 73 is able to get by the 3, that definitely starts to swing the points towards the 73's advantage. And of course, that race win would tie for best finish in the round. Tie them both at 1 win in the round, which then we would have to go to their second best finish of the round, which I believe for right now, if we just kind of looking at where they're running right now and where Gull would have to finish if they were to tie in the points. Gull's 3rd place would be what would count for him versus Sleepy's 2nd place last week, so Sleepy would advance. So Sleepy would have the tie break over Gull if it comes down to a tie break scenario here. I think a tie break scenario is unlikely, but not impossible. 73 actually appears to have won the race off pit road, but no, wait, no, never mind. The 3 goes to the outside there, telling me that he actually won the race off pit road. But the 82 there staying out. If I'm that 73, I'm talking to the 82, trying to figure out, is he gonna go low and stay out of my way, or am I gonna have to go low to get around him? Because that 82, he's gonna be slow, and actually it looks like the 82 might actually be a ghost car right now. It appears like he might be ghosted, which does make it impossible to actually properly bump draft. Here goes the green flag. And that would definitely, that would worry me if he was ghosted, because that means that at the moment, anyone could really drive through him. And uh-oh, the 10 car stopped on the back straightaway. Not sure if anyone else involved. Yeah, it looks like the 08 might have gotten a piece of it, but hard telling from his car. So here we go. Looks like they're under the caution flag yet again. And now JP is up there in the top 3. And JP, as I said, I thought he might be in a bit of a, I mean, we know he's in a must-win. And uh-oh, this very much is an odd situation for the 3 car to be in, because now he's going to be the only one left out here with old tires. Now, if they get a long enough run to make the old tires kind of level out, I think he'll be able to manage it. If anyone could, I think it'll be him. It's just a matter of, can he manage the old tires versus the fresh ones that are going to be coming from the rest of the field? And also, who's going to be coming on the fresh tires first? Let's see. It's going to be Sleevey and JP. So JP will line up third, second on the second lane, or second row inside lane. That's going to be fun. Can anyone say, can I hear 3 wide on the inside for JP this time by? I would very much be surprised if JP doesn't make a 3 wide trying to go for the race lead in turn 1. We kind of all jokingly said in practice that we thought that might happen. Or, yeah, I think it was at the start of practice. I think I directly made that joke, and I think a couple others kind of just joked along and were like, yeah, that probably is what would happen. Now I guess this is JP's chance to prove us wrong, or to prove us very much right on what JP would do in this situation. Given the circumstances, I wouldn't really blame him if he did try and go for the win, but man, he would need goal to still fall through the field a couple. I think he'd still need goal to finish a few more spots back. And JP looks like he might not have gotten the best of restarts there either. Now right now with the 73 leading, this does put Gull in a position where he may not advance, depending on where everybody else wraps up this race. But with that 73 out front, he's got to start to think, oh, in the 73th round, never mind. That's going to drop the 73 back through the field, and that will all but guarantee the 10 car, at least for right now, is going to be on the inside. And JP leading at his home track, the hometown hero. The only Iowa native, or no, not the only Iowa native, but one of only, I think, 2 Iowa natives in the field. And it looks like the 10 is really trying to race it out here. I think he might have been the only one to not get the memo of caution flag, or everybody else just kind of let the 10 by for no real reason. I would have thought that would have brought out the caution flag, and I would have thought I saw JP leading during it, which would put JP he actually out front, which would very much terrify me if we are going to a caution flag, though. It looks like maybe we aren't going to go to one. And now, and I'm saying that would absolutely make it a far cry than for. So it looks like the 10 is going around to get the. Or no. Not really sure who that was right in front of the field, but he went to go get caught back up. Here comes the field. All onto pit road. Looks like everybody's coming to pit road. So everybody's coming for those fresh tires. Question is, can JP hold his lead coming off the pit road? I would say right now 2 tires would definitely be the wrong call if I was to guess. But that's just kind of a guy second guessing another guy, second guessing another guy. Let's see. Looks like it's going to actually be Warrior winning the race off pit road. Let's say Chiller now comes in. So Warrior's going to be leading this thing. So here we go. Looks like we got 5 of the 6 cars ready at the grid. Hopefully they're gonna wait it out for Chiller to get up here as well. Just gonna try and give everybody as fair a shot as possible. Oh, there's Chiller. Looks like they needed to go and get back past him. I think he might have taken one too many laps back when he was taking the free pass there. I think he might have accidentally gone around an extra time, which is definitely doable at the track. I mean, it's very easy to go an extra time round without really realizing it, especially if you're not paying the best of attention. But here we go. Everybody's getting into line, and to be honest, I'm going to watch this 73 because I think there might be a move, and it's probably going to be from the 73 or the 18 on that outside row. And I say the winning move might come from here. So right now, goal is the battle is the 10 versus 73, and without that 73 leading, the 10 has it for sure. This is definitely a tense fight here, though. And I say the fact that the field is also big enough for this kind of pressure to actually be a thing is pretty cool. Now I know it's a pretty small field, but it still is just enough to kind of put that fear factor in the fact that, hey, the 10, if that 73 is able to get that race lead, you cannot play it safe. I mean, you could play it safe and just kind of run third. But if you end up losing any extra spots, really, you end up putting yourself in that range of where if you tie, you lose. Because that is the way. Essentially, if the 10 ties the 73, the tiebreak would go to the 73 for best finish in the round outside of their wins. Because their wins, they have 1 win each. That would cancel each other out. And hey, Keystone. But yeah, so right now, I would say I don't really know what Sleepy's going to be able to pull off here. Just kind of with the position he's in. I mean, the 3 has been one of the best cars all night. I mean, for you to be able to get by him is going to be tough. And simultaneously, you need the 10 to also have an issue. And not be running third. Because if the 10 is going to run third, Yeah, so you would need the 10 car to run 5th or 6th here in this race. I'm doing pretty good. How about you? But yeah, right now, though, definitely the championship battle. Not really the focus for a lot of these guys. I think right now what Sleepy's looking at is he knows if he is not leading this race, he is not any chance to win the championship, regardless of where the 10 finishes, because he is in a must-win to have a shot to advance. Team Destroyer, how's it going? But yeah, right now, again, coming off the corners. I think the 73 might be a little better off the corners. I think the 3 might be a little better into the corners. At least on the long run and without getting super close to them. And without having, of course, talk to them to actually hear how their cars are actually handling. Just kind of from a quick observation, it looks like the 73 kind of loses on corner entry, but gains a lot of that back in corner exit, which makes sense when you run the a little bit of a higher line. Yeah, right now though, that 3 is just trying to walk away with the 73's championship hopes. And of course, that will clinch his spot as well if he's able to finish it. Ah, nice. But yeah, right now though, the 3 is just kind of walking away with this one. I say, just kind of similar to how he did stages 1 and 2, where he just absolutely walked away from the rest of the field, and no one else was able to really touch him all night up until the final stage kind of started. We really didn't see much for a shakeup in the field. Let's say we saw the 3 lead most of the first 2 stages, and then really turned it on here, and then really kind of lost it, but then has turned it back on, it seems like, since the 3rd stage. Yeah, right now it just looks like that 3's got such a big lead to anybody else, really. And you don't even see anyone else start to come into the frame with the camera frames he's in. Okay, race is over. I don't actually know what happened there. I kind of got quiet because the race was just kind of settling in towards the finish, and Warrior was just kind of quietly stepping away from it. And I'm pretty sure as long as Warrior and Gold finish top 3, they both are gonna advance to the championship 4 with it. I think Warrior probably won the race if I had to guess from just kind of how easily it seemed like he was 7 or 8 away from it. But I'm gonna go look at the finishing order myself here. Let's see, do we got the full finishing order in the chat? There we go. There's the picture. Yeah, so yeah, Warrior won it over Sleevey, JP, Gull, Pulp, and Chiller. So massive congratulations to Warrior on the win. And yeah, just kind of another race happened. I don't think a lot of them really cared after after the 73 was not able to get it done. None of them really, it didn't make a difference. So thank you guys all for watching. And make sure you guys tune in next week for the championship. And we will see you guys there. Bye!